Stockholm, which I think is Mead City. Looks like it. I built mead everywhere here. Loads of them. Why did I build so many of them? Well, regardless, they are built. They have their honey. So Stockholm is... It also has enough houses. So I'm going to say Stockholm is done. It'll be more done, however, if I offset all these people here. So I'm going to grab my favorite people mover. It moves people to Stockholm now. Get on it. Then we just go to the tavern and we say, here's 2,000 people. I sure as heck don't need them. And then Stockholm is done. As long as they don't starve. I mean, like, starving Stockholmers would, everyone can appreciate that. Is there any other place that's really been lacking in people? I mean, I can pick people up from Riga. That'd be good. Hunter, grab that. Might be money. It is not. They're starving in Danzig. Serves them right. Why die for Danzig? Yeah, so Stockholm's ticked off. What about Gotham City? Gotham City is actually really hungry for some grain, but that's okay. They are wealthy, and because I built it, I know that the 67 pitch makers that I need are working. And then I need 22 tools and 11 clay. 20... not 2 tools, but I got 11 clay, so I can kill these people. And I know everything else is up to scratch, so too will be the smithies. That's good. And they have wood, which is also grand. Gotham City is producing tons of pitch, which is probably not being sent back. And they're producing a lot of tools, probably also not sent back to Aalborg, so this is no doubt where a lot of my shortages come from. So, what I need to find is... I probably don't have one, but a GOT. Nope, so I set up their production, but I never set up transport back, that's fine. All I would need is basically 1 cog each. And I should have that. Do I not have any Todos? PQRS Toto Neustadt. Toto Neustadt. Okay, I'll forget those guys. Also, Aalborg is not where all my boats are anymore. It's Neustadt. Regular old cog will do this, and this will be Gothenburg to Aalborg, pitch, and what names do we have on the name list coming on in? Lots of stupidly long names that I'm never going to use because we have about 9 things to use. And I see that Cash Cog is a name coming in. Get straight to the point, I can get behind that. All you need to do is go from Gotham City to Aalborg. It's a 3-day trip, most of that is due to stopping. Grab the pitch, load all of it, and unload all of it. But don't load anything because that would be stupid. There we go. And again, it's just Gotham City to Aalborg, pitch. Beautiful, get to work. Except I need 1 more of you, so let's grab another cog. This kind of small-ish cog should still be fine because you don't produce that many tools that fast. And you are the Gotham to Aalborg tool, and we'll call you the Punish, probably because you're a massive tool. That's not how you spell punish. The monk coming up with the name Punish, that I kind of expected better from you, but maybe I didn't. Gothenburg, Aalborg, go to Gothenburg, grab tools, grab all the tools, go to Aalborg, and load nothing, unload all the tools. Get to work, and that is Gotham City to Aalborg, tool. Good, and they're off, probably, hopefully. Great, and with that, Gotham City is... Hang on a second, Gothenburg makes some wood. However, it's more than enough, or rather, that wood is probably going to be completely consumed by 10-day demand and these things. So let's look at this. You produce 66 a day, these smithies eat 20, the pitch eats 67. So okay, there's no worry about needing to bring wood back here, that's purely self-sufficiency. They're still going to need a bit more, but that's okay. So yes, Gothenburg Gets greened off. The rest of these are looking green, but I mean, well, many of these are. Malmö. Malmö's population looks okay. They do not have a minister, nor are they voting on it. I got storage costs here though. Why? Tons of metal goods. That's amazing. I need those metal goods. That tells me that you got someone who's stuck here. The Crivens. Right, the Crivens needs to get back to work. That's stopping us from making pelts over in the likes of Repen. So that's okay. Otherwise, Malmö, population aside here, looks like we have businesses aplenty. Man, I've built so many businesses here. My metal goods production is looking great, and Malmö is meant to be 100% tools, so the beekeepers are shut down, the pitch makers are shut down, they are tools and nothing but. This is excellent. Get away with your economic refugees. Why are you in stagnation? You have almost everything. Maybe they recently got plundered or something like that. Maybe plague even. Regardless, Malmö is done. It's time to go to Aarhus. This is not Aarhus. This is Visby. This is Aarhus. Aarhus produces 50 wood and 50 cheese. Or at least so it's meant to. Really? Cheese? That can't be right. Nope, it's meant to be 50 pitch. I got 62 pitch makers. That's not 50. No clay. Plenty of wood. That's pretty much how I want it. Is this 50-50? Couldn't even tell you. 50 would be, yeah, good enough. Maybe I could like kill some of you. Oops, that's too many. That might be just right. You know, given the choice, I'd rather have slightly more wood than... Oops, what do I keep doing here? Oh, it's because it's different scales here, right? I mean, I need 50 times 200. Nah, I can squeeze a few more out, right? And I just want to squeeze a tiny bit of you. Looks amazing. Anyway, Aarhus is my city, and it's looking just grand for it. A large shipyard that isn't working is not grand though. Give me some carvels. And then we can say that Aarhus is done and done right. Man, things are going to get complicated once this is over with. Are you making wagons, Jake? Shh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Visby is not my city, but it's the only place, well, it's the place for making pitch. It's meant to be 100%. We have 100. They're not all working for us, but that can't be helped right now. I want to flood the market still, though. That'd be nice just to flood it with all this pitch and drive my competitor out of business, but pitch is one thing I actually wanted to make for me. At least then that can be sold on a bit. Regardless though, Visby looks great. We'll just tick it off as green. Then over to Stettin. Stettin's trouble. Stettin is high population. It's high occupancy as well, and I think my friend has been building a lot of houses based on that. Honestly, I would love to destroy a lot of the stuff we have here, but Stettin brings me a ton of clay. Is there anything else I have here? No, I only have clay pits, which means my enemy has a lot of buildings built. Which means I cannot artificially control the population here unless I drive a stake through it. So it's annoying that Stettin has a high pop here. What I kind of need to do is build some goodies that I guess I can build some grain farms. No, that wouldn't make much sense. Could build more clay pits though. No, that also makes very little sense. Smelters, maybe? I'll have some smelters and set them to 0% usage. Might help with the situation. Well, if they ever get built. And I also need to have some houses, so that my competitor doesn't build more of his ugly... I mean, just what is even this? Don't even want to know. Let's got to be built eventually, right? It still doesn't deal with housing occupancy all too well. Okay, well, burn through our gold doing that. Stettin I'm going to mark in red because it is a troublesomely high population. Not only that, but I can't artificially bring it down without buying and destroying a lot of my competitors' businesses, but I can do that. Danzig is the next one to look at. Danzig is in a horrible situation. I don't even know why. I mean, I bring them cheese, kind of. Meat, maybe they struggle with. Otherwise, it's just a dying place. It would be really nice if I could drive my competitor out of business, but I already tried to burn him to the stake for that. In any case, Danzig's like a jack of all trades. It's meant to have 23 smelters, and it does. 26 wood production places. Also, hopefully it does, because I have 100 of my businesses here. They built a cathedral, the bastards of it. What can we do about that? Meant to have tailors that technically work. And some wineries as well. 35 of them, 16 of them. Where's my wood production? Here it is. Alright, so really what Danzig needs right now is population and food. Can't give him population until I give him food. So I could grab the people mover, pick up people from Riga and food from elsewhere, and we're okay. So yeah, Danzig is technically done, it just needs people. Thorn, what are you up to? Fine on housing occupancy. It's got all my wineries. It's looking good. In fact, I see very little reason why it's not ticked off as done. Probably because we were waiting on that wall. That's my only reason I can think that we were waiting there. You know, this was a great effort to try and get rid of everybody that was watching from Europa, but really we only ditched half of you. If you're one of the 310 that are apparently still watching, then please tell me why, because I am short on ideas. Alright, I want this revolt. I'm going to try doing it. It has never worked before. I have 1875 workers right now. Again, it has not worked. It has never worked. All I've done is Vaska, huge sums of money. Alright, so Thorn is done. Kongsberg is apparently done. This looks extremely good to me. Worker houses, wineries. I mean, what more could I ask for? Probably infirmaries and chapels, which I don't think I've built any of around here. No, here we go. Infirmaries. One Covenant school, which I could probably upgrade to a university, not that I need it. And yeah, I mean, I like chapels. People complain when they don't have chapels. Grand. It's also trying to build me Carvels, that's my kind of place. So Riga is another one to check, and there's a reason we want to check it. Let's get people mover in here. Ding-a-ding. Alright, trying to build us as many wagons as possible. Okay, Riga is meant to be 100 salt. That's a problem when they have no wood, but damn do they have a lot of salt. And that's why Santa should be continuing to work. But yeah, you need your wood. You need your wood flowing. Still, the population is too high. So what I'm going to do is murder that. I have a lot of businesses here, it's true. But the problem there is that I don't really control that. Okay, I have an idea here. Gonna make you open for business. Gonna make you open for business. I'm going to kill off enough people to bring us down. In fact, I'm gonna kill all of these. These are actually gonna be dead people. Down to 1,000 should be good. Good enough. Gonna grab people mover wherever he is and pick up these people from the tavern. Don't you tell me it's more than I can handle. Just a bit. Actually, I'm going to kill these people off, so let's let that time pass. What, it takes time for them to go away? That's not what I like. In any case, I want them all working in my salters. So, get back to it. And there we go, the salter has a lot of people in it. Clay pit has nobody. And whilst I have lower salt production, at least I don't have Riga inundated with people. I'll take it. They still have beggars that will hopefully just sod off. Still need to get you some stuff there though. You know, you could actually do us a solid and pick up some of that salt and bring it somewhere good. Use your powers for good for a change. So yeah, Riga looks pretty good. I'm going to green it off because it's as good as I can make it without killing competition. Finally, Revel. I'm going to check the other two mind. I feel like I never checked anything in Britain. I should probably double back on that, even though they're already greened off. I'm watching this instead of playing EU4 myself because my cat is sleeping on me and I don't want to wake her up. That's adorable, but I am a huge cat lover. Quick, more spreadsheets, she's waking up. First time seeing this game was when Jake started streaming it, and I've been enjoying it ever since. Even, although it's hard to admit, kinda longing for... Oh god, no, Jaron, get off of that. As you mentioned earlier, I sense a growing number of Germans in the chat. Patrician is appealing to our German nature as accountants and spreadsheeters. Oh, you're sheeters, alright. Okay, Revel, occupancy looks good. Revel is meant to be producing 100 cheese. It's close enough to 100 cheese for me. I mean, more is more, but this'll do. And then there's Hell Stinky, which is 83 metal, and the rest dairy. Oh, we got all that metal, but we could have more. This is my city entirely, so I'm just going to bloop and bloop. And my cheese guy is not working here. Either that or he's not hardcore enough. I mean, granted, I don't produce a ton of cheese here. I'm only going to have a quarter of this many workers. But still, cheese is cheese and it should be flowing home. So my question is, where is the Riga to Aalborg cheese train? Salt, cheese, humble pie. 2,000 for 9 days. Let's say it was 10. And we have 30 of you. Okay, so yeah, there should be plenty flowing there. Finally, Novgorod. Novgorod has plague, which is tragic, but they do produce plenty of cheese and it does flow, so I'm okay with that. Not enough cheese, mind, but cheese. I'll do a quick rundown of the Isles. Population looks fine. Population looks fine. Fine. Once that wall is finished, they're going to construct lots of houses, and that's going to bother me. Otherwise, though, they produce plenty of beer, and does the beer get sent home? Beer, Aalborg, 1 well, yeah, sure. But I guess the London guy is working since he's not there. Alright, I'm relatively satisfied with all this. Stettin has too many people, Rostock has too many people, Cologne and Bremen needs to be done when their wall is done. I'll need money for that, so I should keep an eye on it. Who looks closest? This guy, when zoomed out, has about the span of my pinky to my pointing finger. Yeah, we're doing very precise calculations here. Bremen, when zoomed out and looking at it, has... Okay, well that tells me nothing. Where does this wall end? Oh, it already has ended. And he's at 100% occupancy, so that tells me I got a lot of houses to build right now. Good thing there are a few things I find more exciting. Wow, there's actually no space for that house there. Talk about tight. So again, I build this so the AI does not. Any house you have that is occupied, even slightly, I mean it only needs like 20 people in a house to turn a profit, I think. but it's profit that you will make and the AI will not. You have to pay land tax on it, sure, but you'll always be in the ducats if you control the houses. I would like to be a landlord with this in mind, but ideally just paying someone else to do all the busy work. Alright, still not good enough. We need a bit more because this population needs to reach for the skies. Wow, actually out of gold here. That's not nice. Press spacebar and gold just flows into me, so that's fine. If only I hadn't wasted all those money on revolts, which have never ever worked. I wonder if they do ever work. I've never seen it happen. Alright, that should be enough, but I'm going to build one more chunk of houses just in case. There we go. Jay, can you explain why most of your housing blocks you place 7 houses, then 1 in the next block, then finish off the 8th house? What a great question, Savitz. Let me explain to you how terrible this system is. Okay, so you always want to grid off of a straight line, because if you try to grid off of something like this, the slight curvature makes it not work very well. There's one thing. Now, let's say I want to build my 2x4 here, because that's the biggest, most efficient grid you can do. I always line it up against this here, the longer of the lines if possible. Because if I do it against here, the slight problems with the angles often mean you aren't able to complete your 2x4. So I do it like that. 1 and then 2, 3, 4. And then you snap it up this way to try and get as close to a right angle as you can here. Then 1, 2, 3. And the problem is often you don't get this snap here. Like this snap is great, okay, it completes the everything, but often it just doesn't happen. What it wants to do is hang like this house does towards the road on the right. So this is good, this is very bad. So when I can't get it to snap in the good position, what I do is I put a house here, and that forces this road to be made here. Forces this road to be made here. And that allows me to snap to it and build that. And then often what I do is I just demolish these afterwards, because what's done is done. And then all is well, and you've made me build more houses than I need, but good on you for making me do that. Because it can be handy. So few workers of mine in Bremen, I don't like that. Perhaps I can get a revolt. As if. Okay. That's still manageable. With that, Bremen I can actually say is done, because I know it has my 100 hemp farms. Let me be sure on that. 101 even. I'm happy enough with that. Does, however, have a has an uncapped limit on the people here. I think my competitor is going to build buildings. It might be in my interest to build, say, a couple of grain farms and keep them not working. Might work. And the other one is Cologne. Let's watch that wall being built. I think it does 1 bit per day. Trumpf. And I see that flotsam, and I want that flotsam. Auto loan shark should be able to get it as well, and it's flotsam, which is good because it means I can just grab it and he goes back to his work. Hemp, just what I didn't need. People mover hurricane, or the wildcard Thagnus. What's the wildcard holding? Tons of beer and metal goods. Probably the reason I grabbed those, can't remember what it was, so I'm just going to dump those goodies here, and then I'm going to think about places that don't have salt. Oslo, Stavanger, Bergen, all lacking in salt. If only they were lacking in hemp or wool. Riga produces a lot of salt. Maybe I should just go and grab quite a lot of it. Keep everything moving. But meanwhile, I want to look at the Cologne wall. Because the moment that's done, they demolish the old... What's with those explosions? Doesn't seem like anybody... any of my auto fleets were getting to fight them. Rostov Alberg, grain unsinkable. I'm going to have to sort out my trade fleets to stop this from happening, because it's getting somewhat vexing that my fleets stop. Still think I made the right choice for the mid-term, but long-term I need something better. Danzig's harrowing difficulty with food also needs to be solved. They need stockfish. And, well, actually no, they should get out of it since they have access to cheese. But, yeah, they have access to cheese and grain, which is plenty. But I always feel like I don't have enough food. Even though the fish should be flowing hard here. Okay, we're out of salt again. And the salt also comes down to the lack of wood, but these things sort themselves out. As long as I have cheese and grain flowing, those don't need ingredients. Alright, it's just a few days away. Work faster, you wannabe Germans. Get ready for the excitement of this going away. Yeah! Poof! And away goes the gate, and the gate is now pushed out there. Fantastic, now I can actually build houses, and I have the money to do so as well. Gone over it a fair few times, but in case you missed it, I build houses because the AI will build houses at 60% occupancy, and I do not like the AI building houses. It takes money away from me. And if there's one thing I love, it's money going to me. Excuse me. That's not a good way to be building my houses here. This is going to be a beekeeping center. But I need a good straight edge to work off of. And this is a good, well, I mean, it works. It's not amazing, but still. Yeah, works is works. Feels odd, feels like I'm doing this in some kind of reverse way. Wait, what the hell is that? Let's get rid of that. This game has some real funny ideas of what building is. Looking at some videos about Moscow earlier today. What a depressing looking city. But admittedly I was looking at loads of those cheap, awful high-rise building blocks. Sprawling amounts of them. I suppose you find parts of London like that. Still, it was very depressing to look at. I'm put in mind of that just because of the way that I'm gridding here. I mean, this does not fill me with pride in what I'm doing. But it's for the greater good. At least it's cheaper than Stockholm, right, Jake? Wouldn't know, haven't been. But nothing is cheap about Stockholm. So the demand that I'm creating for wood and clay is through the roof. This is probably part of the problems that I have for creating salt right now. Still, that helps a lot. They're not going to be running short on space there, and it's kind of amazing, but that's going to have to get me a lot more workers. But with that I can say that Cologne is essentially done. I'd like to have a meal for the poor while I'm at it, because that'll get the population up there in prosperity, which is amazing. And then we can get those people working. Then again, they won't be doing much, or they won't be moving in much until these houses are built, so that was a very bad time to do the meal for the poor. They can't actually move anywhere right now. Oh well, c'est la vie. Now, what's happening? There's a couple of things I need to consider right now. For one, severe lack of trolleys, no, something like that. Wagons. I need to build wagons in every single city that I can. At the moment, that's just coastal ones. And then I need to start getting myself established in these cities. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but hey. There are only, according to my spreadsheet here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4,